Alexa, turn on the kitchen.
It is 4:30 a.m. Friday, July 3rd. I'm off work and getting this day kicked off. I do kick off most every day with creatine, beta-alanine, electrolytes. Make sure I start the day off getting hydrated. And this morning, having some protein, Premier Protein pancakes.
Alexa, turn on the desk. Alexa, turn on the office.
Even on my days off, I do like to start the day off with a little bit of productivity and get in front of the sunlight lamp. So I'm going to cut that on. I'll leave a link in the description to that lamp. I love it. It is great. But these early morning hours are my most productive, my most creative. And so even though I love going for an early morning run, it's one of my favorite things. And to get that workout done early, I have to capitalize on this time of the day. And it is a great boost to go ahead and start the day off getting some things done. So whether it be doing work stuff, working on programming, whatever, I can get in front of my desk, get dialed in, get focused, kick on some chill music, some productivity music, and just get dialed in and get to work before I kick off the fun stuff for the day. There's something that I just love about having a day off and going to the gym and going for a run and having no time constraints whatsoever. Right here, I'm very excited about getting after it. And I'm just going in, and I don't normally do this at this point in my training cycle, but I'm going in, I'm doing a full leg day. And then the next day, I'm doing a full pulling day, and the next day, a pressing day, along with my long run. And just excited right now to go in, do legs, heading to Planet Fitness. Gonna squat first, and then after that, hitting up all the machines to to just have some leg destruction. Wearing all black because it's gonna be a funeral. So we're about to kill them legs. Let's go. And I did not record my workout at Planet Fitness, but uh, moving on to the next part of the day, fun time is over. Time to mow the yard, get some chores done, which is always actually kind of nice after a workout. You know, I just worked legs, so I kind of get to flush the legs out and just push mow the yard. Run out here to the post office real quick. They were actually open. And I didn't mention this earlier, but
when I got done with my workout, I was drenched in sweat, man, from doing leg day. And I didn't talk about it, but my phone went dead. But this seat cover right here, man, I try to tell everybody. I know now they got some pretty cool other brands of some pretty cool seat covers that are just, easy to remove, put on, put off. Like, you want that thing to be something that you can just pull off, roll up, tuck up under your seat, put in the back seat, put in the trunk, whatever. You know, you don't want to. I mean, I don't want. Take it off and wash it real easily. And now they do have some cool brands, but this one I like, Athlete Ignited. It does not. I mean, I've got drenched from CrossFit workouts running. I mean, in the hot summer where it looks like I was in a pool. And, this thing, it doesn't soak through for a fairly long ride. So that's what's nice about this one. It's a little thicker material, so but it's still, I mean, easy to roll up, easy to tuck under your seat. Like, I really love this thing. And I've got two I keep in my truck for when my wife's with me and maybe or somebody else and we're both real sweaty. I keep two of them in here and then just keep them rolled up in my back seat and throw them on when I need them, pull them back off. And then I keep one in my wife's car too. And so we've got three of these things that we keep. And to me, they're a game changer. But anyways, I had to run out of the post office. Pretty cool, actually. Pretty cool little story. I bought some ASICS Super Blast 3s a while back and took them out on my long run. It was the week after my half marathon. I wasn't really doing a real long run. Wore them, didn't love them. Had a little excessive knee pain. Nothing crazy, but then the next day I ran in my Ghost 17s and had some knee pain. And anyways, through all that, got a little bit of runner's knee going on and working through that. But really, ideally, I need to keep my heel drop on my shoes to like 5 millimeters or less right now. That is like the sweet spot for me to try to keep the knee pain off. So I'm selling the ASICS Super Blast 3s, only put 5 miles on them, wore them one time, it's 5 or 6 miles, and it was like a deload run after my half. And then I ended up really figuring out I wanted to try the Hoka Bondi 9s. They have a 5 millimeter drop. It's a sweet spot for me in a lot of ways. And on that long run, my Adidas Evo SLs are 5 millimeter. I love my Adidas Evo SLs. That shoe is phenomenal. But anyways, I listed this shoe for sale. I got a low ball offer. And I was like, oh man. I mean, I got quite a few low ball offers, but this one, dude messaged me. He was like, hey, I only got this amount of money for my birthday. Will you take it? And I was like, man, people come up with stories all the time about why they want something cheap. And I'm like, what's up with this? Well, then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna message him. I said, what's your story? You a runner? He responded back. I was like, yeah, I run cross country. Okay. I was like, what else? I was like, do you run half marathons? He's like, yeah. I actually run half marathons, trail runs. I'm like, all right. I like where this is going. So I told him, I said, well, look, I'll tell you what. I'll give you the shoe. I was hoping this would happen anyway, that I could bless somebody with this shoe. And I was like, you know what? I can do it. I can take your offer. You got a heck of a deal in the shoe. Heck of a deal. And I was like, but you got to promise me this. I want you to put some dang. Oh, yeah, I get it. This dude's going about a good 120 on that motorcycle, getting after it. Why is he going off road? Oh, shoot. All right. He's good. Dang. I said, oh, yeah, I'll do the deal. you just promise me you're gonna put some miles on them things. I want some miles put on them shoes, and I want some miles ran in them. And he was like, "Oh, I got you. Don't worry. I, I have a, I already have a pair of Super Blast threes that I've put 300 miles on." I was like, "Heck yeah, thank you. This is what I wanted right here. I wanted to be able to be a blessing to somebody, and I mean, if I'm gonna give somebody that good of a deal on a shoe, I was like this kid, I love that. Like, man, this kid's getting after it. He's putting the miles on the shoes." So then it's funny, we ended up having more conversation talking about trail running shoes. Like, I just got some Nike Zagama, the new Nike Zagama Trails, ACGs. Another phenomenal shoe, and they're love them so far. But we were talking about running and stuff. It's really, really cool. So I packaged him up in my box. I just shipped off the shoes. In the box, I packaged him up some Go Gels. Threw some Go Gels in there for him, and I don't know if he has had Go Gels before, but I'll tell you one thing: they taste delicious. Like, I love Go Gels. The apple cinnamon. First time I tasted it was actually not that long ago. I've been always on them goos, and I've just been doing the goos for years, and I just stuck with the goos because that's what works for me. And so I stuck with them, and boy, when I hit that apple cinnamon Go Gel, I mean, my mouth just exploded with flavor, like like apple pie on Thanksgiving. I mean, it was phenomenal. So, and the mixed berry is unreal. It's great. So, throw him some gels in there. Hopefully, that'll be a cool little surprise for him. And just a cool little story. But I wanted to get them shoes shipped out today. He ordered them today. And I'm like, man, I want to get them things to him so he can go ahead and get them and get to putting some miles on them. But let's get back home, and I'm gonna see what I get into. I got some chores I need to do. Um, I wouldn't mind going for a little trail walk, trail run of sorts. Not really a trail run, just kind of a little hike. We got a trail close to the house that's pretty hilly. It's got some pretty solid hills. Cool little dam built years and years and years ago. I remember going down there as a teenager, roaming in the woods. We didn't even have a trail, legit trail there at that time. Now we got a nice hiking trail, but um, maybe I'll go down there. I don't know. See what the wife wants to do. I do got some chores I got to do. I got to clean the camper up, and I do have some work I need to do. I want to relax a little bit today, though. I might play a little bit of. I might get on my computer, game it up a little bit. If I game it up, I might have to film it. I've never filmed while gaming, but if I do, I'll make sure to film that just a little bit. Might play Red Dead 2. I have not beat Red Dead 2 yet, but working on it. About halfway through. I know. I know it's crazy that I haven't played it yet.
Back at the house now, ready to kick back, chill a little bit. Got my compression pants on to enhance blood flow, increase recovery, and help me to be ready for my long run after this leg day. Got the long run Sunday, leg day was Friday. So I want to recover as fast as possible for that. And just working a little bit on my laptop. Got the Asus Nitro V16S AI with the AMD Ryzen 7 and the GeForce RTX. And this thing is a powerhouse. It can do all the video editing, all the gaming you want to do. I got my Bluetooth Logitech mouse, which I absolutely love, and this little mobile lap desk that I have. This thing is awesome. I'm going to put links for all this in the description below because I do not regret these purchases one bit. I can take my workstation anywhere. If I don't want to be working in my office, I want to be out in the living room with the family or outside or wherever, I can take this with me, and it's a great option. But now getting ready to wind down the day just a little bit, gonna work some more, and then we'll uh, go to bed and get up and do it all over again tomorrow. Every night I take magnesium glycinate. Been experimenting recently with apigenin and valerian root, to kind of just calm me down, shut my mind off, and help me really get a good, peaceful sleep, fall asleep fast. I do also try to wear blue blockers in the evening to help my body produce melatonin and avoid that blue light and help me get ready for bed. Because sleep is the key to recovery. One of the most performance enhancing things you can do is improve on your sleep. Getting another wonderful day off work kicked off is July 4th, and just very excited to kick off the day. Going to kick off the day with some antioxidants. I don't always take antioxidants every morning. I've got my inositol, my NAC, bromelain. I take bromelain every day. I'm taking rhodiola right now. I take taurine for the NAC absorption to help with that a little bit. And then, of course, going to take some electrolytes as well. Creatine, beta-alanine. They're not pictured, but trust, they are a staple.
Okay, let's go.
Kicking off another morning with a little productivity, getting some work done, and getting some morning sunlight while I take in those electrolytes and get ready for the day. Of course, it won't be long, and I will be heading off to the gym for another great gym session where I don't have to worry at all about time constraints, and I love those gym days. I think it's worth mentioning that every single day I start my day with the Hume Pod. It is the first thing I do. I wake up and I step on that scale to get a good, consistent weight every single day. As you know, your weight fluctuates from day to day, so getting that average is going to really help. They give a lot of really cool stats, tracking your body fat, tracking your muscle mass, and I've been using it for about 6 months now, and I'm really glad I purchased it. I am actually considering getting the pro subscription. Time to put together my post-workout recovery blend. A little protein, a little maltodextrin for the carbohydrates, throwing a little beta-alanine just to get my daily recommended amount. Same thing with the creatine. Don't have to take that post-workout, but just there to get in my dose of creatine. A little vitamin C to help with absorption of the protein, very specifically that collagen protein that I'm adding in. And then lastly, we're going to add a little hybrid fuel. It's just got BCAAs, carbs, and electrolytes. So I throw that in for the extra carbs and the electrolytes as well. And there it is, my thick, syrupy recovery drink.
Alright, here we go. 4th of July. Getting into the fun stuff. Heading off to the gym. Like I said yesterday, nothing like going to the gym and having no time constraints. I do not like that I'm getting to the gym a little later than I anticipated, because I was hoping to hit the gym and then be able to get in a cardio session before all the 4th of July festivities. But I got tied up working this morning and some extra chores, and also something about putting it together, creating content, guys. These people that are out here vlogging every day, creating content every day. You know, I mean, I post a YouTube video once a month, and then sometimes once a week when I'm really doing good. These people that vlog every day, they create every day. You can say what you want about them, but they're putting in work. They're putting in work. Like, here I am heading to the gym. I mean, probably 2 hours later than what I normally would have been, and a lot of that's due to filming and making sure I'm filming things and setting things up. And I know these people, they get in a cadence, they get in a rhythm, they do it really quick, but it's a job. But anyways, heading to the gym, heading to Grit today, and I'm gonna try to film some of my workout today. I know that I'm doing a pull, upper body pull, predominantly upper body pull session. I have a long run tomorrow morning, so I'm gonna try to take it easy on the legs. I don't want to do anything to really mess my legs up. I went hard on legs yesterday. My legs are sore, and did a little bit more than normal. I normally don't do, or at this point in time right now, I'm not doing your typical bodybuilding bro splits where you do, you know, a leg day, upper body pull, upper body push, whatever. I don't do that right now. Right now I'm doing pretty much full body every day, with variants, of course, but doing full body, doing CrossFit, you know, running, all the things. And so this is a little out of the ordinary for me. Normally I have a very specific plan. I know, like today, I'm going to go in, and normally I would have this whole plan laid out that I'm going to do explosive work for the legs, and then I'm going to do explosive work pulling, and then I'm going to do strength on my push, and then I'm going to do bodybuilding for everything else. And you know, I would have this whole plan mapped out. I'd have some plyometrics in there, I'd have some mobility work in there, some type of accessory work, or you know, or I would be like, oh, I got to do predominantly aerobic work today. But you know, being off work for the holiday weekend, I'm just going in and I am just gonna do what I want to do. I'm going to go in and I'm going to think of an exercise, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do as many sets as I want, as many reps as I want. I'm going to go heavy when I want. I'm going to go light and feel the burn when I want. And, you know, I'm just going to do it, you know, do whatever I feel like doing. And kind of what I did yesterday. Probably the first exercise I do will be a strength move. But after that, I'm just chasing the pump or whatever I feel like doing from there on. I'm just gonna get in there and get after it and have fun.
Time to get it. Let's go. In this one today, I'm just doing a real basic warm up. Just gonna build up real slow to some heavy sets. So love doing some heavy sets on lat pull downs. I love doing heavy weighted pull ups too, but just easier to build up on lat pull downs. I love lat sweeps like this I love them as an exercise, but I love them to really get good and activated, to really activate my lats for the exercise that I'm performing on a pull day. I love it. These feel great. Really got to try to just squeeze the lats and use the lats predominantly. But if you do it right, man, they get the lats firing so well for lat pull downs, pull ups, rows, or anything like that. So I'm just going to build up real nice and slow on these. And at this point, I know I'm going to do about, I know I'm going to build to a heavy. At this point, I'm kind of winging it. Not 100% sure if I'm going to build up to a heavy 3 or build up to a heavy 5. I figured it'd probably be a heavy 5, heavy 3, or something like that. You notice, try to control the lower and then explode up on the upper, especially on those build-up sets. That explosiveness on the way up really helps me generate some power, gets my nervous system primed and ready to go when I'm really about to go heavy. And then that slow lower, I feel like warms everything up, activates everything really well. Since I am going heavy, I do want to make sure I'm pretty warm. I love this rep lat pull down machine or cable machine. It's not just a lat pull down, but you can throw plates on. So you get to the max stack, need more weight, throw a plate on, keep rolling. Let's go. Just going by feel today. So at this point, I realize, okay, pretty good weight here for a heavy 5, and so I'm gonna stop there. Just do 5 sets of 5 at the same weight, classic 5x5. I did take a good 2 to 3 minutes rest here, maximizing 3 minutes when I paid attention and didn't get impatient and just jump to the next set. Sometimes that does happen. Always try to pull down as deep as I can. It's just something I like to do. I guess because I like to do CrossFit and we have chest to bars involved. I like to pull as far down as I can. Really my intent here is to get my chest to the bar. Now I know I'm not, right? But that is the intent. And on the lighter sets and the warm-up sets, I definitely try to. Moving on to some isolated bench supported dumbbell rows, and these are going to be really fun because I'm messing around with doing sets with 60-second rest. So I knew I wanted to go pretty high rep on these. Heaviest dumbbell we have is 100 pounds, so went with a 100-pounder. I think I'm doing sets of like 14 to 16 or something like that, and just not going like doing 5 sets of these with 60 seconds rest. So I'm not going all out on that first set. I want the fatigue to build across each set. I don't want to my intent here and what I'm doing is I don't want to annihilate myself on the first set. Now, I'm not saying that you should always do that. I think there's definitely times where you want to annihilate yourself on the first set. But right now I'm kind of working more on muscle endurance and not as much on just straight up hypertrophy. So I am kind of trying this protocol out. Kind of trying to stay in control here.
not super crazy fast reps, trying to control the lower and just give a nice little squeeze at the top. It's hard to see, but I'm really trying to emphasize that squeeze at the top and not just go with super fast explosive reps. Also, I'm trying to pull to the hip. It can be hard to tell, but I'm trying to pull back to the hip and really make sure I'm engaging my lats here as much as possible. Moving on to one of my favorite exercises, a rope cable lat sweep. And man, you just get that rope set up to where it's going to go just above eye level when you bend over. It can take some adjustment to get set up how you want, and you just kind of sit back and really try to just sweep with the lats. I'm trying to focus on just using those lat muscles. Of course, you'll hit your grip just a little bit, you'll feel your triceps just a little bit, but man, if you really focus and squeeze on the lats, almost like if you've done an ab roller, it's kind of a similar motion, or a bar muscle up. But mostly what I'm trying to simulate here is like a dumbbell pullover. And I like this way better than a dumbbell pullover. It keeps tension the whole entire time. I think this is way more effective than a dumbbell pullover. And I truthfully, once I discovered these, I never went back to a dumbbell pullover. They just feel so great on the lats, man. So a lot of times I try to finish out with, I think here I'm doing 60 seconds rest again. I think I'm only doing 3 sets of 20 here, maybe 4 sets, but probably not doing as many sets as I did. I did 5 sets on the first exercise, 5 sets on the second exercise. I imagine I'm probably doing 3 to 4 sets here on this one. But who knows? Big day, I might be doing 5. I can't remember. Some cable crossovers. I love that at our CrossFit gym we have all these cable machines and different machines. It's one of my favorite things about this gym. And as you see, we got the belt squat sitting there as well. Love using the belt squat. But yeah, cable crossovers are just great exercise. Love these. Really try to put the squeeze on at the very end. Nice and controlled, lower, back down. We just try to pinch those shoulder blades, work on those rear delts. Same thing with these. I'm doing short 60-second rests on those. I did 3 or 4 sets of those. And then I love a cable curl. And cable curls, they keep tension all the way through the curl. And at the biggest portion of the stretch, they keep a ton of tension there. So great for building the biceps. Same with this. I'm doing 60 seconds. Actually, on this, I think I did 2 big drop sets. Yeah, that's what I did. I did 2 big drop sets. And I love drop sets on these exercises, man. Just pumping it out, man. Just going until you fail. Love it. Feeling the burn, feeling the pump. I love on a drop set, man. You get to where the weight, you've got such a light weight, and it feels so heavy. Love it.
pretty sure I'm using machines more than anybody in the gym. I love free weights, though. I do. I love free weights, but I've come full circle. You know, back in the day, I used a bunch of machines that went into my big CrossFit and Olympic weightlifting era, where I was all about the free weights and hated machines. And of course, as you mature, come full circle. And now I love the machines as well. Here, doing a little reverse curl. Love these for the brachialis. I think it's important to keep that brachialis strong, and looks good too. Building forearms up. I think it's good to stay functional and keep pulling in different ways. Just like the way we do a chin up and a pronated pull up, and a horizontal pull, along with our vertical pulls. I think even with the curl, it's nice to have variations to do reverse curls, hammer curls. Just make sure we're building all those different muscles up equally. Now we'll move on to some GHD sit-ups. And I like to start I like to do most of the time, I like to do my GHD sit-ups real slow and controlled. And if you notice, I'm not really using this for hip explosiveness. I am focusing solely on the abs. And when I go low, I'm getting a real big stretch in the abs. And I kind of build myself up to going lower each time. I don't start because GHDs aren't really great on your spine. And so I like to keep my spine as flat as possible when I do these, and then kind of ease into flexing the spine a little bit or hyperextending the spine. I don't want to do that straight out the gate. Notice now once I'm warmed up, and this is my second set here, and now that I'm warmed up, I'm kind of doing close to a full GHD like you would do in CrossFit. But I like to, most of the time I don't even do these. I just wanted to mess around with them a little bit so I can keep that range of motion in case I have to do them in a competition that presents itself for some reason. I am doing a competition hopefully in January, but most of the time I just focus on the abs. I do my GHDs a little different than everybody else, but I think it's great for ab endurance. At the end, I just wanted to do randomly, let me just do a little set of chin-ups, and after all that work, let me just see how chin-ups feel under fatigue. And I was happy to be able to pull up my 200-pound self pretty well at the end of a arm day.
Check this out. I never go this way, but I thought about going this way. And we got a dude out here running. Yeah. That's Josh. That's Josh. That's Josh. At first, I did not know that was Josh. When I first saw the flag, I was like, "Oh, that's Josh." And then I saw he had the long blonde hair, and I was like, "Oh, that's not Josh." And then I was like, "Oh, wait a minute, no, that's still Josh." He's out there. I didn't plan that at all, but Josh Carter, one of the guys at our gym at Grit, this dude is a freak athlete. Really, truthfully, he's not a freak athlete. The dude has just put in work since he was 15, 16, maybe 14. This dude's got relentless work ethic. And this year he made it to CrossFit semifinals. Scored really well. I want to say he got 20-something, 29th or something like that in North America East or something. I'm not as familiar with the regions as I used to be. But then he also got top, I want to say 80 in semifinals or top 100, something like that. He didn't make it to the games, but the dude, it's about as close as you can get and not make it. And man, all hard work, but he decided to go out today on the 4th and run. And I forgot about it this morning actually, but he posted up and said he was going to run. I don't know how many miles he's running, but he's running down 64 with an American flag. And he was like, if you see me honk, wave, video it. And it's funny because I never go that way home. And for some reason, I just had this thing inside of me that said go a different way. So I did. And it's crazy how much that happens. And I mean, I believe in God. And, you know, it's just crazy when stuff like that happens. And so it's just a small thing, but super cool that I got to be just a part of this little thing that he's doing, and going out there running with the flag. And I got to catch him on film out there getting it done, getting after it. Head back to the house and see what I'm gonna get into. My wife and daughter's already at the in-laws' house. They got a really cool setup at their house, back in the woods, a little old cabin that a man built himself with some land. And we're gonna go over there, grill up some hot dogs, hang out by the pool, enjoy the family, and embrace this 102-degree heat outside today in North Carolina. It's going to be a hot one. They said 98 to 102.
Drank up my recovery drink, now eating a little bit and taking some of my vitamins that I take. A lot of the stuff I don't take every day. Like I do take my Pico 2 every day. I take my fish oil every day. I take selenium every other day or 2 or 3 days. I do take fiber every day. Now I'm going to pop back in, get on the computer, and chill a little bit.
Play a little Red Dead, kick back and relax a little bit before the festivities.
Gentlemen, let's go ingratiate ourselves.
Evening.
Okay? Go find the mayor if you can and stay out of trouble. And steal nothing unless it's information. Of course. Jose, you go find us someplace to rob. Bill, go make us some new friends. I'm gonna find out if old Cornwall, what's his name, Milton, knows we're here. You will.
Can I? Thank you, sir.
My pleasure.
Henri Lemieux. I hope you're enjoying my party.
The mayor.
Allegedly.
There's quite a place you got here.
It's not mine, and the city is horribly in debt, but we can still put on a good show. Do you know Evelyn Miller?
My lord. The rider?
Well, we seem to have another deranged drunkard on our...
All right, time to get up, getting a little more activity. This stuff I'm using to spray on my camper is awesome. If you have an RV or camper, I'll leave a link in the description. It gets off the black streaks. Unbelievable. You just spray it on, then brush it off, and you can use a hose. You don't even need a pressure washer, and it takes it right off. It is amazing. I've tried all kinds of stuff, and this stuff works the best, hands down. I didn't film it, but after this, I headed over to the families for 4th of July festivities, had a great time, and then wrapped up the day.
Alexa, turn on the kitchen.
Oh, the last day of a wonderful 3-day weekend. Not a crazy eventful weekend, but it was just what I needed. Nice, relaxing weekend. Got into some workouts, got some chores done. Went to the family's house yesterday, hung out by the pool with everybody. We had a great time. They've got a cool little place over there, and just had the whole crowd over there, and it was just a great time to kick back and relax by the pool. It was a hot day, a very hot day, but it was good. Now getting up, kicking off the day, of course, getting in my creatine, beta-alanine, electrolytes, just all the little preparation before going out for my Sunday long run in this hot July heat, you got to make sure to stay hydrated. You cannot hit that slip. And I already know I'm a little bit dehydrated from the night before. I am going to take in some BPN G1M Sport for my carbohydrates, have a Go bar as well before I leave out. Carry some Go gels with me and a goo. That way I can make sure to keep some carbohydrates in me on my long run. Got my waters packed with me. Heading off to Grit. I'm going to kick off the run there. Love that spot because I can stretch, use the bathroom, whatever I need to before I head out on my run. A little stroll through downtown. Love this little spot. Always run through here. And then I will head over to the track. Love going to the track. I'll do some running there. It's kind of my midway point.
Man, it is freaking hot out here today. North Carolina, burning up. Doing a little run. Was not motivated at all today. And sometimes it's like that. And today was one of those days. My Garmin's screaming at me. I was super dehydrated yesterday from working outside, sitting outside for hours talking in the sun. Extremely dehydrated and then not motivated this morning. But even when the motivation is not there, we're gonna go out no matter what. We're gonna get the work done. We're gonna do what we need to do. And I'm gonna finish this thing. Coming back from my run. It was a rough one. Got my Hoka Bondi 9s on. This is my second run in them. And they are feeling really, really good. Got my Garmin Forerunner 965, Black Diamond shorts, Polar H10 heart rate strap on, and then my Amazon special t-shirt. I love white tees for running, especially when it's hot, summertime. Also, if you start running real early, it's still kind of dark outside. Like, trying to be obviously pretty bright. I don't love the high-vis green, but so I'll get these cheap white shirts. And they get dingy, but they're pretty cheap, so they're easy to replace once they get wore out. But as you can see, the sun's in my eyes. I left the house this morning, forgot my hat, forgot my freaking sunglasses, no hat. Not a good start, dehydrated. My Garmin is telling me I'm too slow, literally the whole entire run. And it was just a little long run. I did a half marathon a little bit ago, and afterwards, a couple weeks after, I got a pretty bad run in me. So I'm trying to ease into running, and I'm watching, building the distance, building time on feet, and I'm back up again. So, being careful, but it was a good run. I mean, I absolutely love training. I love training. I almost always have. So sometimes it's hard for me to relate when somebody struggles, but I have those days where today there was nothing in me that wanted to get up and run in this heat. I knew I was going to be slow, which can be rough, but I've never regretted going and getting it done, ever. So now I'm glad I got it done. And tomorrow will be a rest day, which takes discipline as well. You have to have enough discipline to take those rest days. It's just part of the game. You gotta do it. So we'll go back in here, stretch, get some carbs in, get some electrolytes in, get some food in for the next lifting session that I will be doing later today.
out to go back to the gym. Thought about going to Planet Fitness. I'm doing some chest, some triceps, shoulders, and but I think I'm gonna go to Grit, and that way I can film a little bit easier at Grit. Planet Fitness, I don't love filming at Planet Fitness. If I can get in a corner where nobody else is being filmed, but a lot of people walking around, and I just want to be respectful of those people. And not that I'm not hating on people that do record, by no means, but it's just a me conviction, my conviction. I don't do it. Who knows? Maybe if I start vlogging more, I'll just start videoing everybody around me. But go to Grit, and I'm feeling tired. I'm feeling very tired, and not really like super excited about getting this workout in, to be honest with you. But I would much rather go ahead and work out today, since all I did was run this morning. My upper body should have some juice in the tank for some upper body lifting, for some pushing. And I can do a full rest day tomorrow. And I'd rather just do that full rest day tomorrow. I think I need a real full rest day. It would serve me better than, I could take a rest day today, and then I could do chest and all that tomorrow. But honestly, I think it'll serve me better to just have a full rest day tomorrow, Monday. Focus on work completely. Some chores around the house whenever I get off work. And then I'll go back to regular schedule on Tuesday. Jiu-jitsu in the morning, and then probably CrossFit class in the evening on Thursday. And Wednesday I'll probably be run on lunch, and then either CrossFit class or I may do lifting in the evening, just lifting, depending on what the CrossFit class workout is. But we'll go get this workout in. Just took a dry scoop to scoop a bucked up. So my favorite pre-workout is Transparent Labs Bulk. I think Transparent Labs Bulk has an excellent formula. It just I don't use pre-workout all the time. I probably use it twice a week, so it takes me forever to go through a jug. The Transparent Labs jugs are a little big, so it kind of poses a problem. I don't love Transparent. I do love Transparent Labs Bulk, but it's just a lot in that jug, and I hate to waste. It takes me forever to go through it. My last jug, it started getting clumpy by the time I got through it, and I don't like that when it starts getting clumpy. I want my product to be evenly distributed. I feel like when it's clumping up, it's probably not, like I'm probably getting my dosing's probably off in there, but I'm a stickler about that. Pre-workout, I always shake them up real good before I scoop to avoid any product selling, make sure everything's consistent. But yeah, I don't know. I should order some more bulk, but my wife likes the bucked up, and I do too. The bucked up it's a great taste and it's good. It just the ingredients are not to me quite as on point with Transparent Labs Bulk. I have yet to see a pre-workout to me that is as dialed in as Transparent Labs Bulk. It is just phenomenal. I've got a YouTube video on that, actually. You can check it out if you want. I've got a YouTube video on that, and then I got another YouTube video on my custom stacks that I take for different purposes and different reasons as well. You want to check that out, but I'll probably shoot some film at the gym, so we'll see you there.
So, funny story. I'm here, and there's only 2 teenagers over in the back of the gym working out. And there was a family with kids that just left right when I got there. And they cut off their music. Most of the time, whoever's there can just connect to the Bluetooth and play whatever music they want. And so all of a sudden, the family leaves, and then I don't turn any music because I'm using my phone to film, so I can't anyway. And all of a sudden, you heard in the video, it's off now, but Phil Collins was on, and some like Tarzan from the movie Disney movie Tarzan theme song was playing, and some other music like that. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. These teenagers are listening to some Tarzan soundtrack from like back when like I was a kid. And anyways, I figured out after the fact because I told my daughter because she knows them, and she was like, "Nah, Dad, I don't think they were listening to that." And I was like, "Well, I wasn't listening to that. I mean, I ain't hating on it, but I wasn't listening. I just thought it was interesting they were listening to Disney music." And then I thought about it, and I was like, "Oh, the family when they left, they must have thought that they were not connected to the gym Bluetooth anymore. And they're probably sitting out in the parking lot getting all their kids ready and everything like that, all strapped in and all. And they were just probably out in the parking lot for a while, and their Bluetooth was still connected, and they didn't know it. So they were sitting there playing all this Disney music in the gym. Pretty funny, but hey, I got down with it. So on my bench press, I did build up to, man, I really, really wanted to show off for YouTube, and my bench press was just weak today. The week before, I had built up, and I was hitting smooth singles on 315. So like on my bench press, I thought I was gonna, maybe hit some doubles at 300, and you know what, man, 275 was just feeling heavy today, and sometimes it's like that. So that's how it is. On my shoulder press, I was doing that 60-second rest thing, 5 sets of like 10 to 12. So that was a nice little shoulder pump. Now I'm moving to some incline press, doing the same thing with the 5 sets, 60 seconds rest. But I think my reps here are probably going to be somewhere around 14 to 16 with the 70-pound dumbbells on incline. And, the 5x10 or the 5 sets at 60 seconds rest just fatigues you really quick. So the shoulder press got me pretty fatigued. And then now moving on to here. And that was a really fun 5 sets there. And then moving on to tricep push downs, gonna do the same thing, 60-second rests here, and just really chase the pump. And it's amazing how much work you can get done when you're doing those 60-second rests. Now, I understand they're not gonna be the best for building strength, but it's just something that I'm messing around with right now. But I do make sure to do a strength move at first. So like, I started out with 5 sets of 2 at 275, which for me that day just happened to be probably an RPE 8, rate of perceived effort 8, which was pretty tough. And again, I hated that because I wanted to show up for YouTube. But you know what? You got to be real. And some days are like that. Some days, I did a long run that morning, was dehydrated, was really exhausted. And hey, that's just how it is sometimes. Dude, cable lateral raises, oh my gosh, they're the best. Notice where I have the cable set up at the bottom, where you can really keep tension on the whole lift the whole time. These are a superior lateral raise. Love these. I would prefer these over dumbbells any day. The only thing I hate about these is they're time consuming because you can only do one arm at a time. But that's it. I did a bunch of sets of those, 60-second rest. Man, that's the end of my weekend. I didn't film everything. It's my first time doing a vlog type of video. So I absolutely have a lot to learn. I've got me some new equipment that I'm going to be using on the next ones, new cameras, make sure to use my mics. I learned a lot through editing this and doing it, and probably do it some more in the future. I really love getting to set my camera up, take different shots, and it's really fun to me. So I do want to try to do it some in the future. Let me know what you think of the video. Do you want to see more vlog type videos like this if you enjoyed it? And also, as always, I'm going to keep providing reviews and fitness information, strength condition information, and education as well. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. And I really, really hope to see you on the next one.